All right, here it is. We're going to go over the ultimate investing checklist. On this little post-it note I'm about to show you is basically everything you ever need to invest optimally and beat 95% of other investors. Drum roll, please. Here it is. Let's go through it. So it says the ultimate investing checklist. The first checkbox says invest in these accounts in this order. So it says your 401k and then in parentheses up to the match. That means your 401k, again, is a type of investment account. It's sponsored by your employer. So if your job doesn't offer a 401k, that's unfortunate, but you can just skip this step. And also there are other types of employer-sponsored accounts like a 403b or a TSP or a 457. All of those fall into the first step. If your employer is offering a match, which means you put in some money and then they put in some money, you always do that first. That match is a guaranteed 100% instant return on your investment. There is no better deal ever in investing. Not taking advantage of your 401k or 403b match is essentially throwing money away. So you always do that first. The first investing dollars always go into your 401k up to your match. Number 2 is the HSA, which stands for Health Savings Account. It's yet another type of brokerage account. It's designed for health insurance needs. So actually, the reason it's number 2 is actually because it has the best tax benefit of any of these other accounts, because money you put into it goes in tax-free. You don't pay taxes on your earnings if you put into your HSA. It grows tax-free. And then if you spend it on qualified medical expenses, that is also tax-free. There's no other deal in investing accounts where money goes in and comes out tax-free. That's why it's number 2. If you can only use an HSA if your health insurance is a high deductible health plan that is HSA compatible. I know it's kind of confusing. By the way, I have a full course that goes into these in more detail, but I just want to give you the quick and dirty condensed version right now. Let's go. Step number 3 is your Roth IRA. Again, it's a type of investing account. Money goes in after tax, but then grows tax-free forever. Step number 4, you go back to your 401k. So you invest up to your match. If you have more money to invest after you've maxed out your Roth IRA, that's what that $6,000 is, by the way. That's the most you can put into a Roth IRA per year. But if you have more to invest after that, you go back to your 401k. And then if you have even more to invest, then you invest in just a regular brokerage account. You can put an unlimited amount of money into a regular brokerage account. It's just like a savings account. There's no limit that you can put into it, but it doesn't have the same tax benefits that steps 1 through 4 do. So that's why it goes last in the priority order. The second checkbox there says choose 1 to 5 low-cost index funds. So that's what we talked about. You can buy like a 3-fund portfolio, or you can do it with a single target date index fund. Both are fantastic. One isn't really better than the other. One won't make you more rich than the other. When all things equal, I like simplicity, which is why I like the target date index fund. But yeah, so you choose your index funds, including the ticker symbols I showed on that previous video. Turn on dividend reinvestment. What that means is when you buy index funds, they're going to pay you cash, either quarterly or semi-annually or annually. There's a button on your brokerage website that says, hey, when that cash comes in, it's like interest, use it to automatically buy more of the same. That accelerates that compound growth that we talked about in the second video, I think it was. Turn on set up automatic investments. So remember, rule number 2 of investing is to invest early and often. So you go to your brokerage website, you click through the buttons to set up an automated investment. This can kind of happen automatically with your 401k, with your Roth IRA. You just set it up so it kind of comes out of your checking account, goes into your brokerage account. That's how you get rich, by investing early and often. That's a very important point. The next one says rebalance on a fixed schedule. What that means is if you're choosing more than one index fund, like you each have a 3-fund portfolio, if you have too much of one and not enough of another, like you have too much US stock, not enough international stock, then you would sell some of your US stock, buy some of your international stock. It's not really that big of a deal. If you buy a target date index fund, you don't need to do it at all because it rebalances automatically for you internally, but that is an investing best practice. The next one says reallocate towards bonds as you age. We talked about that. When you're young, you want to have a very stock-heavy portfolio. When you're old, you want to have a bond-heavy portfolio. And again, a target date index fund does that for you automatically. And the last step is don't sell anything until you retire. One of the most important parts of investing is not jumping in and out of the market. That's called timing the market. You definitely will hear news stories about the upcoming recession, or experts see a lost decade ahead, or experts are concerned about the global unrest or interest rate yield curves or CAPE ratios or all this nonsense. But you can go back on any date in history and experts will, sorry if that made noise, I touched my microphone. You can go back to any date in history and experts will be predicting that sort of thing because that's what experts do. They always predict crashes. But if you buy and hold and ignore that stuff and ride out the crashes, you will achieve that 10% on average growth, which results in that compound growth, which can turn $500 a month into millions of dollars. So there it is. This is the ultimate investing checklist. It's that simple. Hopefully you understand what this is now that you've been through all these videos. And coming up in the next video is how to actually do this, how to buy an index fund. I'm gonna show you the screenshots of like what buttons to actually click to like make this reality and get that money flowing into your account. See you there.